Hey everyone, it's Wicked, and today we're going to be talking about the Infantry CBT, the closed beta test, my opinions on it, how it works, how to play it, how to get it, and a bunch of the whys and whats, and just everything. I had some ideas planned. I still have the questions, in front of me. I was going to answer a bunch of questions and concerns, but I think right now we're just going to talk about, where it stands, how to play, and just stuff about it that I've noticed to pass on to you guys, because those questions, they feel fake if I am not speaking just completely ad-libbed. So from the beginning, I'm Wicked. This is the Infantry CBT. It is the second of 5 stages they said they're going to have. It's expected to come out sometime in the beginning of 2027. There is a chance, though, we get it in 2026. We don't know when the open beta will open. Right now, we have the closed beta. There are 2 nations, USA, USSR. There are up to 3 vehicles that you can carry, because right now it is your presets are chosen for you, and your tanks are chosen for you. You get an IFV. USSR gets BMP-3. America gets the M3A3 Bradley. There's an MBT. USSR gets C-90A. USA gets the M1A1 Abrams. And helis. America gets the Apache. You get the Mi-35M. Every nation has its assault class, specialist class, gunner class, and sniper class. It's taking the longest it's ever taken. The sniper class is going to be, your sniper rifle. They're your long range, although, let me just go ahead and say this. Every class can do literally every single thing. It's just, they're trying to make it more even. Specialists are your SMG close range. Assault, is your flex, can do all. Gunners are just LMGs. Like, you could just hold the trigger down, and just don't stop until you run out of ammo. I feel like they're actually some of the most consistent classes I've played when it comes to getting kills. Especially the M249 SAW on America. And then sniper rifle, like, once this comes out, sniper rifle classes are by far one of the strongest classes in the game. Let's start with this while we're waiting to load in. Sometimes it's a bit buggy, and you'll see the bugs while we play. You can see there's different calibers. We have 7.62, we have 5.45, and we should have, 7.62 here, 5.45. 9mm. I don't remember, the Russians don't do a lot of other stuff. There's multiple different classes and presets. There's armor presets, speed presets, and weight limits. Your weight limits define how fast you are. You can choose if you want auto or semi. And it's up to you to really choose. For weapons that have high recoil or shoot bursts, I tend to take semis. But I will switch to auto, because auto at close range is just that helpful. My best take on this map, how I've been choosing to play, is, go somewhat in the middle, not completely in the middle, but, near it, and bring a shotgun. Because most of your first engagements, you do not want to take out your best classes in case you die to some sort of freak accident. Like that. It's a shotgun kill. Shotguns have some range to them. I'm not going to act like it's a lot, because, it isn't. Come on. But, they have some good range to them. It's very buggy, though, still. It's fun. With the recoil, it's realistic. You have bullet drop. You have to lead your shots. Not as much as, you think you would have to normally. But you still do have to do it. It is very realistic. Sometimes it does feel like COD. I'm not going to lie whenever I'm playing. The grenades are a bit lacking, and it is... you haven't seen it yet. But it is hard to kill tanks whenever you see them. Tanks are included in this game mode. IFVs are especially easy to kill. Come on. Right now I have my semi mode on, just to show you guys how it works. Semis, for those of you who can't control the accuracy or the recoil of your guns and need it. You know, semi is much easier one to control. It's chaotic. There we go. That's how the semi works. For the AS Val, which is what I'm using right now, I like the auto. He killed me at close range. There you go. That's the first life. That was the assault class. You have to play aggressive, but you know, treat it like a real war. Like if you ever watch Real War Tactics, treat it like that, and that's how it's going to react. Here you can see your weight class, which affects your speed and your weapon. Second, I usually go with one of the two best classes, what I consider to be the best, sniper or the gunner. You have your FPV drones. I'll show you how those work, and hopefully we'll see some vehicles. IFVs, please note, are very easy to kill. Your heavier medium tanks, those are much harder and take skill. And the next thing to note is just, guys, you can just climb buildings with ease. 12 seconds left. Like, this is a fun game, and I think people want to experience it, but I'm trying to show gameplay while at the same time addressing concerns. There is no real strat right now. It is chaos. Your drones are very finicky, but they sort of have a delay to them, which is one good thing. So, it takes a bit. Oh, look, there's a Bradley. Let's hope he doesn't die yet. That's a Bradley kill right there. You tend to have to hit the turret because, a slight miss is a big miss in this game. Concerning those FPV drones, they have a very tight radius, but anything within that very tight radius is going to get absolutely deleted. You can zoom in on your sniper. It's very fun. I tend to stay in the medium one unless I'm at very far ranges. I'm legally blind. That's one of my favorite classes, but the one I do the best with tends to be the gunner. I haven't shown you guys, but you guys can choose your armor class. They don't let you choose it yet, but you can choose like munitions, the man pads, or the launchers. I tend to take the RPGs. Let's see, there's default armor, heavy armor, and somewhere there should be light armor. With medium, light, that's what defines your weight class usually. And your armor, based on what caliber is hitting you, you can take a lot of shots that you really should not be able to. There are helis in this game too, but they're harder to get. One concern I have of the game is that they're just too easy to get. Like, all tanks and helis are way too easy to unlock. And that's going to be a big problem in the game because, it's just non-stop vehicles. Which is why I'm going to bring this. The RPG-7 is much worse than the AT-4. I only got a hit, and it is very hard to take out those tanks from the front. They can just hide like a bitch. I'll show you guys just some gameplay of what it will look like in the helis. Your vehicle views will be sim related. It's going to look like you're playing sim. There's not much to say. You have your going to be naturally in your NVD mode, your thermals, but it is fun. You can stay far. You could do your indirect fire thing. You could do whatever. Indirect fire tends not to work as well because the map is crowded. With the 40v40 mode, let's just face it, it is a bit hard. But it is a good map. It is good. They just have a lot of room for improvement that I hope we get to see. But overall, it's a well-played mode. I mean, you have a good heli. There's spawn camping is probably one of the biggest things that I think needs to be fixed right now because you can spawn camp. It's just crazy. I love my 23 mil gun. But yeah, we're gonna go over here. Because again we are in the Me, we are a bit slow compared to the Apache and less maneuverable, but we have significantly more flares to dodge man pads, stingers, whatever it is. Be warned though, Bradleys are gonna absolutely kill you. The IFVs are probably the best at some of that stuff. Tempted to commit a war crime right here. I locked onto someone, so what you can do is, you can lock onto people, sort of. You can kill them. Hey, where'd you go? Screw, where'd he go for you? Okay, hold up. See, it is a bit hard to aim and stuff, but it is fun. You got your guns. That's me getting shot to death. By, I think that was an Abrams that probably shot me. So we're going to turn around, see if we have a chance to get anything. You guys can see that lag on my bottom right. What did I lose? I can't climb, so I think I got out. So I'll show you, there's these, we're going to see if I can climb, like, just over these hills and kill people. Yeah, I might be screwed here.
The enemy has captured most of the strategic zones. Attack the sea point.
Yeah, I'll take that. I lost all my speed because I got shot by the American M1A1. That's what it looks like. Tanks, on the other hand, let's just face it, guys. Your IFVs are going to be so unhelpful. You're better off with your Abrams, with your MBTs and your Abrams and whatnot. So please just take those. We're going to go over here because, we saw the vehicle. We're going to see if it is there. It might not be. Stay in thermals because it's dusty and hard to see. Thermals mode will carry you to victory. Maybe. If there really is a tank here. Oh, he died. But most of your time should be spent away from the center of the battlefield if you're in a T90 or some form of MBT. Because it is very easy for you to be killed. So you gotta remember to treat it like that. Treat this game like you're a glass cannon. Because, well, you are a glass cannon. It's gonna be very similar again to Simulator. I think y'all can already see it. You have to be very weary of infantry, because infantry and tanks can kill you. There's my bad right there. Yeah. See, I died to a AT4 from a Mac 11. Mac 11 specialist guy had an AT4. That's what it looks like. I'm not gonna pull. I might pull on IFV in the next one just to show you. Let's grab some more of my own RPG to show you guys just how easy it is to kill people. It'd be nice if I could find someone, but now we have to go soul searching for an Abrams, or hopefully a Bradley that I'm hoping is right here. We're gonna wait till the smoke clears because I do not want to hope that that's just MPD. Right. Don't see the Abrams, so we're doing good. We're doing good. I hear the Bradley. There's Bradley like right around this corner. It killed me while I turned away. But yeah, like This is what it means. Like, IFVs can be strong, they're just usually not. Right now, there is no clear bias about who's better. You know, maybe as the game goes on, you'll see it. But this comes down to individual skill. Teammates don't exist in this game. Let's face it. Until you get a squad, you know, until I can squad up, you know, bring all my friends, go, hey guys, you guys want to play this mode, whatever, and bring them in, and I play with them. It's not going to happen. And because of that, it can be a bit boring. It can be a bit lackadaisical. If you can understand that, you know, playing with friends is going to be the most fun in this mode. I think I've talked a bit of the how. We're going to go over, like, you know, why. I mean, I'll still do how while I play the Americans. But we're going to go over, like, where I see this going, how I think it is, and, you know, all that type of stuff. Currently, you know, it's in the beta test, guys. Like, it's not perfect. How can I compare this movement to other games? It feels like Arma. It looks a lot like Battlefield. You know, you get a bit of that COD in there. Like, the two biggest games I think this is similar to is Squad and Arma. You know, you have War Thunder. You can see the animations of Enlisted. You can quite literally see, if it'll load, you can see all the models that they take, like the building models and the indoor models from Active Matter. Like, you can tell this game takes a lot of stuff from its other games. Infantry is well done because, you know, it takes parts that all of those other game modes do well. Like, I don't like how chaotic it is. You know, I wish it was a bit less, and I wish it was a bit less. It was a bit slower. But like how this game is coming together right now is very well done. And I think as long as, you know, we fine tune it in these closed beta tests, we be a good community and give actual feedback, it's going to be a lot better. Because, like, two of the biggest problems right now are drones, RPGs. It's just like how easy it is to get them, and how IFVs and all the vehicles can just spawn. We need less vehicle spawns, them be a bit more impactful, yet at the same time we need them to, you know, understand how it works. Because if everyone just rushes down, what we're doing right now makes sense. We need people to learn how to use it first, and then, you know, you'll see the use for it later. So this is American lineup. How I play the game right now, I take the assault class out first. I usually take... I love how I did not get that one. I forgot to switch to my shotgun. This is one of the bursts. I try not to take it. I'm a semi-auto user for this because I hate burst guns. But why? Where do I see this going? I think this is one of those games that can compete. You know, it could take over Battlefield. It eventually, I think, will take over Enlisted. We start in the Korean War. We go to the modern era. We don't have proof of all those weapons, but, you know, we have a few Korean War weapons. We're going to this modern era. I see a lot of potential for this to be one of the best games in a while. So all we gotta do is wait and see. Maybe we'll be a bit lucky. It's so fun trying that, even if it doesn't work. Yeah. There's one gun per each nation that has access to a grenade launcher that I have yet to use properly. Not to kill you. But it is well done. There's a lot of camping spots. Staying on roofs is fun. I'm most excited, you guys should be most excited, for when they add the other major nations. Where are you? Stand here and find people now. You see, okay, so what you guys can see is, this guy was carrying, it looks like, yeah, it looks like heavy. And that's why, you know, I shot him like 5 times, with my armor, and yeah, this guy's in the same way. I shot him in a headshot, but, you know, let's see. What's my caliber again? Yeah, because of the caliber of my gun, 5.56, that was sort of hard to do anything to him, too. Hey, buddy. Okay, this actually... Oh, I like this. That's one down. Oh, there's the cord. But, like, this game is done well. You guys can see that. Back to what I was saying, though. Where do I see this game going, you know, regarding the other nations? I don't really know what to expect for weapons. Like, the Germans and Italians are going to have some nice stuff. I expect we'll probably get, you know, like, breacher shotguns. Hopefully as a main weapon. We'll get some... I really want some actual proper secondaries. But, like, nations like Sweden and Israel are what I, as a player, am most excited for. I really would love to figure out this rifle. I guess I died too fast to show you all it both times. To the one guy who's playing the gunner. Because that is probably one of the most broken classes. But, Sweden, for example, if you take into account how the real world has been working, and what, like in the Ukraine war, for example, the Swedish tanks have been doing amazing. Both their IFVs and their real tanks, because they're more heavily armored and meant to face today's day in the world, you know? I want to see how that's going to react and change. So I'm really excited to see how that changes. And then Israel, you know, their whole tank and how they fight is against insurgents. You know, it's meant for the stage that this game is in for infantry. So I'm really excited to see how this changes and if it holds true to Warthunder. So now I'm really happy, and I'm wondering where that's going to go. I really wish I didn't die right there. Movement, I mean, can be slow. I'll probably play 3 matches, honestly. It's just so fun. One thing more is you can't destroy buildings. I really wish you could, but this is like one thing someone talked about. I really wish you could destroy buildings, and you're just not going to be able to yet. You can destroy like stuff with tanks, but you can't even 50 cal or main gun them. You have to physically run it over to destroy it, and I'm a bit sad to hear that. Some good things though, you know, is like if we had like shell shocked, some shell shock modes, which I think they will eventually. You know, like you'd shell shock the buildings or like take out some stuff easier. I think that'd bring a lot of improvements to the game. As right now, it's a 64 v 64 or a 40 player 20 v 20. As of right now, we seem to be more in that 40 v 40, which is kind of weird because it's 40 v 64. There's the other one. I don't recall anyone being above me. I'm very scared of who's above me. I don't know who you are. That's kind of weird to not know who that was. Oh, he might be up here. Come on. I killed myself. But the ragdolls are pretty realistic. I like them. I'll probably play another match in USA because I did not do a good showing this time. We'll show off the IFV, the Bradley IFV. We'll go join a column. You know, if you treat this, again, like a real world game, like a real war game, you know, if this was real life and you're treating it like a war game properly, it's good. Yeah. Now, one question, you know, I have for a lot of people, how do you access the CBT? This is an important question. Just go look up, how do I apply for the infantry CBT in Warthunder? You'll find it. I promise you, you'll find it. And it'll pretty much tell you how and everything. Yep. It'll tell you how to apply, and there's a little green button you'll have to click. Once you apply for it through the Warthunder database, that's the best thing you can do, is just look up, how do I apply? That's what I did to do it. That's what you should do. You'll find it. Once you do apply, let's go grab you, because you're actually very high caliber for some reason. But, you know, once you do apply, you know, you're in, and you just gotta wait for an email. It's not likely that you'll get in, but you might get in. But anyway, I don't think I answered this question, because I am mile a minute, having fun here. A lot of people wonder, why was USSR and USA the first nations chosen? Well, let's face it, guys. First off, those two are the most famous nations. That should be the obvious reason. And the slightly less obvious reason, but, you know, it still makes sense, is a lot of the minor nations take weapons from those two. Yes, there are domestic weapons. They are used, 100%. But most of those weapons, you know, a lot of weapons will be taken from Russia and USA, so we need to have those two main nations we take from done first. Come on. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Damn it. Okay, there we are. I was gonna try and run it. See if I can get away with it. We'll play another match USA just to make up for that. Because I feel like I didn't just show you guys how it works. I did a very bad job. This is still going to be a shooter game, guys. You know, you can play way more aggressive. I suggest playing more passively. But aggression's, you know, what some people like. It's fun. It's what people know. In realistic battles, it seems you'll be playing solo. We don't know yet, but this is how it seems like it's going to be. I enjoy it. Whereas arcade, it's going to be very much like enlisted with a squad, it's going to seem. I don't really know what to say about the player base, but like a lot of the player base was so concerned that this was going to ruin Warthunder. I don't think it will, because if you don't want to play it, just don't play it. You know, don't buy into it, don't care about it. And all this is going to do is bring people who want it, who've like wanted Warthunder to have more stuff. I'm going to tell you about my theology on Warthunder. Warthunder is one of those games where it's like a what if. Like, look at tanks. In real life, tanks do not go in combat as often as they do. You know, like, they went in combat, like the Iraqi War is a great example. Like, there was not a lot of large-scale tank combat. There just wasn't. And in Warthunder, you get large-scale tank combat with planes, with SVAA, tank destroyers, at all of these different times in history, on different maps, with different nations that wouldn't have been allies. You get to experience that. See what the weak spots were and feel like you were part of this history. You know, you understand history better than a lot of people. I think infantry is going to be the same way. Now, it's still in its learning phases, but you're going to have, you know, like the Russians teaming up with the USA at some point, probably against like Germany. You'll see how Russian and American weapons can do against German, you know, if a fight were to break out today. Or, you know, the Cold War, if a proper fight ever did flesh out, what would it have looked like? You know, that's what we're going to get to find out. That's 3 down. Sometimes you can bring out a sniper first. I mean, I just did, so. Yeah. It works. But guys, you gotta remember, this is like a what-if game. Don't be mad at it for, you know, some parts of realism, because they try to make this game fun. You know, it's a what-if scenario. That's what Warthunder's always been. It's not gonna be completely milsim. It's for fun. Yeah, and if I can hit an FPV drone, I would be a happy man. Let's be realistic, though. These FPV drones are very hard to control. Please, whenever you're using them, just send a prayer to God. Because, like, I only got a hit on someone. You can lean, although they need to fix the controls for it. Oh, Jesus. AS Val from the other side, okay. It's very easy to climb. One of the biggest problems is right now is the map's in a stage of, it's big, but it's also not big enough. Like, parts of it need to be bigger. Spawn camping is a massive problem, you know. It's a good game, but there are stuff to work on, and now I can play the Saw. My favorite US vehicle. Hold up, guys. I'm checking out my questions, you know, seeing if there's anything that I think is important. Okay. IFVs. I forgot how to fight against IFVs and tanks, or fighting with them. You're fighting with them, like, you know, you're the one using the tank or IFV. Just sit back, guys. Please, for the love of God, just sit back. If you want to survive and you want to try to enjoy and learn how to use them, just sit back. Do not push aggressively or you will die immediately. That's not me being mean to you. It's just, there's so many drones. Like, the drone spam is insane. And then the amount of people who carry RPGs, like, look, I'm carrying one right now, the AT-4. You're dead. In an IFV, you're beyond a glass cannon. Like, I wish you weren't, but you are. You're an utter glass cannon. Okay, one campaign here. And, you know, that would be fixed if we could just, you know, fix certain parts of it. Also, you can jump off buildings with, like, little to no problem. There are some problems concerning... Yeah, look at that right there. I forgot that he has thermal so he can see me. But, you know, if you sit back, we don't have time to react and kill you when you have those. I'd like to get a kill with those, but right now I'm going to sit back till they become a bit more chaotic later game. We're going to bring this thing, and we're going to have some fun. I wanted to show off the soft so bad, but I'll probably do a part 2 video and release that. It'll just mostly gameplay focused on how to do it, on what I do and how to succeed. Yeah. I'm gonna sit here. I really like my game controller. You know, it's randomized characters. You might be able to customize them a bit more later, but you know, have fun. See, the BMP already died. All we have right now is AT-90. Where you want to hit is on the top of their turret, if possible. Usually having teammates that can disable them is amazing. Like, sometimes you just don't do anything. Usually it takes a few strikes to kill something. Oh, do we... Someone right here. And a building, and I died to the back. Like, camping's, it's a bit of a problem. Because you can completely just camp people. Might need to be fixed. Just saying. There isn't much to talk about. Like, I can talk with you more in depth. But overall, it's just a game about fun, guys. You can have so much fun. Do whatever you want to do. It's a good game. Like, looking at infantry. If I please not die to the same guy 3 times. Okay. That's always a bit annoying, dying to the same guy. We're going to switch our spawn up over here because I haven't shown the side of the battlefield yet. The maps, I hope we get more maps. You know, some that are a bit bigger, some that are a bit smaller. It's just a fun game. I think how everything's fitted is going nice. Here's the U.S. shotgun. This one hits like a truck compared to the Russian shotgun, so do not be mean to people. And I got someone killed. Beautiful. Did I hear someone? But no, it's a very, very well-made game, and I'm proud of it. You know, it's Warthunder. They're using realistic positions, realistic maps. Like, look at that. Look at that distance that I'm killing him with. Oh shoot, I can't kill a BMP too. I do not have the gun to kill a BMP. I forgot I'm carrying only a shotgun. Shotguns are, you know, broken how they are in real life. If you look at real life, shotguns are absolute menaces. I feel like it's reflected here. Yeah, they are menaces. Who's shooting me? Oh. Weapon switching after climbing is so bad. But yeah, that is terrifying from an other player perspective. All right, we'll go in the Abrams because I feel like that's something people want to see more so than the Bradley. So, one thing, NVD sucks on the Bradley, but the only way to play is with NVD. and I wish that was a lie. NVD is your everything. NVD is life. Look at that. They're so hard to kill because you have to like physically break the stuff down to kill people. Who shot you? Who hurt your feelings? That's a drone. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna face ourselves towards the common enemy. We're gonna wait till we're repaired. There he is. Like, see, sometimes it just doesn't work. We'll wait for him to peek out. Hard to play. Very confusing too. Let's go. Like you see how it is. Like you can't even kill people all the time too. We need to work as a team. Like we have a whole convoy of 3 people here. We're doing a good job. It's just, ooh. You can survive a long time, but you need to work with your convoy and stay together. There's someone right here, apparently. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna leave some ESS, so a bit harder to follow. Right here. Probably someone camping in one of these buildings. I don't see him. Like, you can have a lot of fun. You just gotta keep moving. You cannot stop moving. That's the only way I'm not dead yet. I should not be talking anymore. And guys, that's infantry for you guys. I'll be posting another video, hopefully, but thank you all for your time and your love. Thank you.